In this video, we will explain how to add your own dictionary into the application in the context of learning a foreign language. If you have your own dictionary with words or phrases created in Excel or Google Sheets, you can upload it to the application. Before uploading, you need to edit the table so your database will be displayed correctly in the application. For this, let's look at how the data in the application is structured. Go to the Pending section and create a new page. The page opens in the Edit mode. Here we see 7 fields on the page that can be edited. Fields number 3 and 7 are open in repeat mode. These fields contain the question and any other clarifying information. Fields number 4 and 6 are closed with a curtain in repeat mode. These fields contain the answer and additional comments. Fields number 3 and 4 are the main fields. In these fields, we write words, phrases, sentences which we want to memorize. Fields number 7 and 6 are the additional fields. In these fields, you can add any clarifying information to the main fields, such as synonyms, transcription, examples, comments, notes, and so on. If field number 7 or 6 is left empty, they will be hidden in repeat mode. But in the edit mode, they are always available. Field number 1 is connected in meaning to field number 3. Field number 2 is connected in meaning to field number 4. For example, if field number 3 contains the English word cat, field number 4 contains the Spanish word gato. So, if your native language is English and you learn Spanish, it is logical to enter English in field number 1 and Spanish in field number 2. Field number 5 in this case is connected to field number 4, where language units can be entered, for example words, phrases or sentences. Because field number 4 contains a word, it means that in field number 5 we enter the language unit, word. If you add the article el to the word gato, it will become a phrase. So in field number 5 we need to enter phrase as a language unit. But if you prefer to keep el gato in your database as word, then you can add a footnote in field number 7 that this is a phrase. You will see how I implemented this later in the example. This is done to narrow down the options for the correct answer when repeating words or phrases. If field number 5 shows word and field number 4 contains the phrase el gato behind the curtain, when repeating you can give an inaccurate answer and forget to add the article el. So now we know how the data in the application is structured. Let's prepare the table for uploading. In this example, let's assume that we learn Spanish words and our native language is English. We have our own dictionary, but in its current form, the table is not ready for uploading. First thing we need to do is to add several required fields and mark the column headers with special tags. The first column in the table is English words. I want to keep this column's data in open field number 3. To do this, we need to add a special field tag, number 3, to the header. I would like to note that it doesn't matter how the columns of your table are named. The most important thing is that all tags are written and placed correctly. The field tag is written with a hashtag in front and is enclosed in parentheses. The tags are unique and cannot be repeated in other column headers. The second column is Spanish words. I want the data in this column to be presented behind the curtain in field number 4. To do this, we need to add a special field tag, number 4, to the header. The next column provides clarifying data for the Spanish word. The footnote indicates the part of speech and the language unit, as well as synonyms. This will narrow down the options and help me answer correctly. Therefore, I want to place this clarifying information in open field number 7. Now we need to add columns that will define our set or deck as English, Spanish. To do this, let's add 2 columns with tags number 1 and number 2 to the beginning of the table. And finally, add a column with the tag number 8 at the end of the table. And fill it with the value 1000. When a new table like this one is being prepared for loading, for example, a value from 1000 to 9999 should be entered into the column with the tag number 8. This is a range of priorities, where 1000 is the high priority and 9999 is the low priority. We will tell you more about this in other videos. The table is ready. Now it needs to be converted to CSV format. The file with our dictionary is ready for upload. Go to the application, go to the navigation panel menu and to the General Commons section. Here click the button Download from Google Drive. If the application asks for permission to perform an operation, allow it. Go to the Google Drive Application Explorer. Find and select the desired CSV file. Uploading will begin after a short pause. The uploaded data is now located in the Pending section in the subsection New. Let's see what the repeat page looks like. The material is ready for memorizing. And finally, let's see what operations can we perform with the uploaded data in this section. Select our just uploaded list. Go to the menu. The command Upload selected to Google Drive uploads this list to your Google Drive. You can find it on your Google Drive by looking at the file named rSelected Content in Google Sheets format. The command Transfer transfers the list to another section or subsection. You will learn about this in detail by watching other videos from the user manual on our website. The command Swap Selected will swap the selected set or deck. In our example, the set was English-Spanish. It has now become Spanish-English. Using the command Change Set, you can edit fields number 1, 2 and 5 in the entire selected list at once. For example, let's look at the page title. It's Spanish English Word. Let's replace Spanish with Spanish Test. Now field number 1 in the entire list is renamed to Spanish Test. The command Clear Statistics clears statistics on all pages of the selected list. In this example, we can skip it because the new list does not have statistics. The command Delete deletes the selected list. We hope that you will find this feature useful because you know how to upload your own dictionary and work with it in our application. Especially nowadays, with the advent of artificial intelligence in our lives, it has become much easier to prepare your own learning material and memorize it with Repetito app. Next, we will show you how to quickly create a ready-made table for uploading into the application using ChatGPT. So stay tuned, subscribe, and not miss the next videos. Don't forget to hit the like button if this information is helpful. See you next time!